this video is about installing air in your suspension, or air chamber I should say. Okay, what you're gonna need is, all right, the quick connect that came with your wheel. There's two, one for either side. You can use one. I would keep the other one somewhere safe in case you lose this one. Okay, there should be an O-ring at the end here. Okay, so first thing you do, you put that in here and you tighten it. You got to hold this part so it doesn't turn, and all you need to do is just hand tighten it. If your hands are greasy, then I suggest you get a towel. There. Okay, let's turn the light on. All right, so once you have that, you get your pump, and your pump will have a release valve. So you want to close the release valve, otherwise air is going to come out of here. Then normally you would do this on the ground, but I'll try to do it on here if I can. Then you get your quick disconnect. By the way, inside here, inside the quick disconnect, again there is an O-ring. You can look with a flashlight, make sure you see the O-ring. If you put this in and there's no air going in, then you probably have lost that O-ring. And the way you lose that is after you have pumped up air. If you pull on this guy and take it out, it shoots out that O-ring, or it can also damage your gauge. Reason is, if you're putting in, let's say, 1500 of PSI in here and you release this, then all that pressure that is built up inside the pump hose, it has to go somewhere, and it will just fly out of here and shoot that O-ring out. So before you take the quick disconnect off, you need to release the air via this release valve. All right, so you basically put that in, make sure it snaps in, it's not out. Okay, then you start pumping. I don't know if I can with one hand, but let's give it a go. All right, there we go. You do a couple of pumps and then your gauge will start reading. It's much easier if you're holding this with your foot. Doing it with one hand is a bit. Okay, now the pressure is building up, and I believe I have this at 8. Let's see. I can read. All right, there's 10 megapascals. I put these at 8. Okay, so that's 5, 6. Okay, I gotta go 2 more. All right, I am at nearly 8. There we go. Right on 8. So now, imagine this is right now at about 1100 psi. So if I was to pull on this quick disconnect, all the pressure that is built up in the circuit, in the hose, will shoot out of here, and it will damage either the gauge and or it will shoot out the O-ring. So before you do that, you release the pressure by your release valve on the pump. And no, that is not releasing the pressure in here. There. Done. And then you, if you can't move the air chamber, then it means you haven't lost the air. And you just unscrew this and replace your silicone there. And believe it or not, this doesn't fall out. Now in the previous video, I had mentioned the high pressure Schrader valves, because the standard Schrader valves on the inner tubes won't work in here. They're rated up to, I believe, depending on which ones they use on inner tubes, probably 100 to 300 psi. You want ones that can withstand high pressure. This company that I found them at, they are called, who are they called? There. Okay, Schmitty's Racing. They are based out of California. Let's see. There. And you can buy the white nitrile valves. They go up to 4,000. They also have ones that are, I believe they call it brown nitrile, and they will go up to 3,000 psi. They are slightly cheaper. 4 of these white ones that go up to 4,000 psi cost $30. All right. And I believe then you put your silicone valve in, and that's it. Hope it helped.